Hi, I'm Andrea. Welcome to my channel. I need more lives.
I wanted to talk about some of the excuses that we use to get out of losing weight or to allow ourselves to eat the things that we shouldn't eat, or when we're gaining weight, um, the things that we tell ourselves or other people that um, make it okay for us to continue the way that we're doing. When I was pregnant, of course, pregnancy is one excuse where you can gain weight, right? When I was pregnant, I was doing fine until the 5th month, but after that, I got a condition that caused walking to be extremely painful. Getting out of bed was extremely painful. Some days I didn't really want to. I called my husband one time and said, I don't think I can get up and use the bathroom. I think I'm just going to go ahead and pee on myself. Of course, I didn't, but it did take me a long time to get out of bed to go to the bathroom. This was my excuse for not exercising. I was really bad from the waist down, but from the waist up, I could have lifted weights if I wanted to. I mean, there was nothing wrong with waist up, right? So that was really a lame excuse to gain weight. But I felt that while I was in so much pain and I was miserable, I had to eat to comfort myself because I wasn't like I felt like a burden on my husband because I couldn't do anything. I tried to do the housework, but I felt like a failure when I didn't have like all my work done for that day, because I'm a housewife. That's all I have to do all day, right? So when I don't have it done, I feel like a failure. So on top of eating for emotional support, um, I was eating because I was a failure. Um, we were moving during my pregnancy too, and that was a lot of stress on me because I'm used to doing like a lot of manual labor, a lot of physical work, and working like a man basically, and I couldn't do anything. I could not do anything with this condition. And that was my excuse for everything. That was my excuse for gaining all the weight back. Um, there was a lot going on in my life during this time too. My son, I have a son, he's 15 years old. His name's Zebulun. He moved here to Israel with me when I got married to my current husband. Um, it's not his dad. They didn't get along. My son has Asperger's. He's really intelligent, but his social, it's not good socially. And he also has oppositional defiant disorder, which makes him uh, not like authority, to put it mildly. Um, so living with him and my husband together, just it wasn't a good scenario for either of us. My son did not like living here. He didn't like Israel. He didn't like the language. He didn't like trying to learn it. He wanted to go back. He wanted to go back for over a year. So I went ahead and I let him go back 1 month before we moved. I didn't even know we were moving, which was another stressor, but I let him go back to live with my mom and dad 1 month before we actually moved. So that was a lot of stress on me to have like my son gone, and I still cry about it. He's been gone. It's December, and I let him go in August, and I still cry about it. I'm not over it. So it's still a lot of stress. I did realize that um, having my son with me here was a lot easier for me to go out of the house because I have social anxiety, I guess. I'm scared to go outside by myself. Um, I don't really like people. I don't like being around people. I don't like people looking at me. Don't like attention. Um, and I know it's all in my head, whatever, but I'm scared to go outside. So I realized that after he left, um, it was really hard for me to go outside alone. Even if he was at home and I knew that he could go with me, it was easier for me to go alone if I knew, excuse me, if I knew that he could go with me somewhere and and help me mentally. I don't know. I don't know what I did to that poor boy, but um, I didn't go anywhere from my 5th month of pregnancy on. Um, and I was pretty much eating whatever I wanted to, whenever I wanted to, any amount that I wanted to, because I was eating emotionally. I was eating, um, and I also had, while I'm pregnant, I have to eat or I get really sick. It's like low blood sugar or something. I just get really sick for hours if I don't eat when I'm hungry, if I don't eat right away. So, yeah, that was another excuse. And just like the eating emotionally, I felt that I needed it at the time, and I probably did. And I'm not worried about the weight that I gained. I'm not worried at all. Like, I gained most of my weight back. I'm not worried at all about it. And I'm not sad that that happened. Um, I do kind of feel like I needed to do that. And now I have a purpose again. Um, I wasn't able to breastfeed. I breastfed for five weeks. Um, I only got 1 ounce to a half ounce out of my breasts after 3 hours, every 3 hours. So there was no point in breastfeeding, but I gave my son as much as I could. Um, I wasn't able to breastfeed my 15-year-old either. So 15 years ago, I wasn't able to breastfeed him. Um, because my milk supply doesn't come in. I don't know why. I was able to breastfeed my first son for 2 weeks, this son for 5 weeks. He's 5 weeks old now. So, um, yeah. So, uh, I'm drying up right now. So I'm able to start on a diet. I mean, that was an excuse too. Oh, I'm breastfeeding. I'm giving my son an ounce of breast milk every 3 hours. So yeah, I can't diet because of this breast milk. So I'm drying up. I have no excuse now. Um, my excuse for not losing weight is just sheer laziness right now. If I don't lose weight, I'm starting Master Cleanse today. I'm gonna get myself in order. I need to get my hair done. I do my own hair, so yeah, I'm lazy about that. So I need to cut my hair, dye my hair. I already dyed it. I need to re-dye it. Um, uh, I got to get myself in order. My kitchen is a complete mess right now. As I said, we moved at the end of August. We moved, and I'm missing a kitchen counter in my kitchen right now, and I can't do anything without it. That's my excuse for not preparing meals. Okay, the proper meals. Um, so I'm waiting for 2 weeks for that to come in. So hopefully after this master cleanse, I'm doing it for 14 days. After the master cleanse, I'll have my kitchen counter. I will have no more excuses, right? So I will have to lose weight. Um, Today I started at 135 kilos. So that's like 295. That's big. I don't like how my face looks. My face is looking real big, and my my butt's looking real big. I got my butt shelf back. I can like stack stuff on my butt shelf. My belly is actually it has rolls. Like I'm not comfortable with my belly at all right now. I'm never comfortable with my belly, but when I'm this weight, I'm really not comfortable with it. I don't feel comfortable with how wide I feel. I feel like I'm taking up too much space, and I am. So I'm really uncomfortable. It's hard to breathe. We live in the third floor, so when I do go out with my husband, walking back up, I'm huffing and puffing. It's not a good situation, and I don't want to be embarrassed because that's embarrassing. My husband's running up the flight of stairs, and I'm huffing and puffing. So uh, t- today's the first day, I reckon. I had to wait. Yeah, I thought I was going to go on this diet right after I had the baby, but the breastfeeding thing, I had an excuse. So now I chose to dry up, and I'm ready to get started. losing weight again. So if you're still with me, I'm going to do it again and hopefully get down to my goal finally of 180. I don't know why I didn't do it before. I guess because I got pregnant, right? An excuse. So um, once you get rid of all of the excuses in your lives, then you'll be ready to lose weight, right? Yeah, so I'm ready.